Welcome to the Transmissions Trips to the Store, where we show you all the cool stuff we got this week. This is our special BotCon edition, since BotCon is coming this weekend. It might be going on right now. How am I at BotCon and on Trips to the Store? That's just the magic of Transmissions. So we're going to start off, as we always do, with Darryl. So what did you get this week?
Oh boy. Well, I went to my comic book store, and I had to wait. I waited a week, but I picked up Robots in Disguise number 29. That's 29, yeah, with the Casey Collar cover there. So it's a week late, but I got it.
Yeah, I saw on Twitter he posted version of that with the 6th Constructicon in it.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's pretty awesome.
No, nice.
Uncolored.
Check that out.
Yeah, uncolored, but it's still there. I went to Walmart, and I've been actually chasing this guy down because I have the other the other two, and there you go. That's Generation Skywarp. So,
Nice.
yeah. So I actually have Starscream and Thundercracker and now Skywarp in their Fall of Cybertron molds. So that's pretty cool. But I was thinking about it when I got them. Now that I have them, Skywarp's the only one that's still in the comic books in this form. Starscream's in his Armada form, and Thundercracker's in his F-22 form. So that's kind of interesting. And I think it's actually the first time in history of Transformers that each of the original Seekers, like Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp, have all had different modes.
Hey, Darryl,
Yo, buddy.
could you hold the back of that box up to the camera so we can see the French?
Sure. There's Spanish on here, too.
Jesus.
I think that's actually in the American packaging, too. That they have all 3 languages.
Yeah.
Cool.
But, yeah, you can tell by the Canadian packaging here that the art is on the package, and there's no comic, so...
It sucks living in a third world country, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, totally. So I have a bit of a story here. I don't want to take up too much time because I know how busy you all are. But I went to my local comic book shop, and that's where I get a lot of my older toys. And one of the guys there that I've known for a while, he works there, he's in charge of their toys, he brought out this thing. And I was looking at it like, that thing looks really old. And I was looking at it trying to figure out what it was, and he's like, just wait a minute. There's other pieces to this thing. So as I'm waiting for him to come up with the rest of the pieces, I look online and figure out this guy's name is King Atlas, and he's part of the Universe line of figures, and he's actually a remold, a repaint of a 1992 Generation 2 Skyquake. That's the original mold for this, which was later remolded into, I think, like a Starscream figure or something like that, like Dark Starscream or something. I don't know. But essentially, it was originally Skyquake in G2. G2. But so anyway, he comes upstairs from the basement with all these other pieces, and he's like, these legs here, they combine onto that figure that you got there, that Starscream or that Jet figure. And I'm like, really? They don't look like they do. And he's like, I got some more pieces for it. And he comes back up with a couple other pieces. Anyway, I buy a couple of these pieces, and I take it home, and I'm figuring it out. I'm messing around with it for like an hour, trying to figure out how they go on. And they don't. That's the problem. They don't actually go on.
Got scammed.
I did. So I did a little bit of research and found out that those legs and the torso that I had were part of a figure called Zion from Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. And I went searching, and I found that they had the rest of the figure. So here he is here. This isn't Transformers. I'm sorry, Yoshi. But it looks pretty damn cool, I think, now that I've completed it.
It does look like an Optimus Prime head.
Definitely does. But yeah, it's a cross between Transformers, you know, Power Rangers, and yeah, it's neat, that's for sure. But not Transformers. So enough with that.
What have we learned?
That GoBots are Transformers.
That's right. Back to Transformers.
I'm going to start my own podcast with blackjack and hookers.
I'd watch them.
Those aren't Transformers either.
I was able to pick up this guy. This is Alternators Hound. And before Masterpiece came out and started, Alternators was basically the Masterpiece Transformers that you could get. So as it stands right now, this is Masterpiece Hound. He's a little big. He's out of scale with the current Masterpiece line, but MPO1 and this guy, they're in perfect scale.
Yeah,
He's pretty cool.
The Alternators were insanely hard to transform for the most part. I would think Hound is fairly simple.
He is.
I have Sideswipe, who's I think he's a Ford Mustang. Or,
Yeah.
No, he was the Dodge Viper.
Okay.
Grimlock was the Mustang, but he's just so horrible to transform.
Yeah. No, they were difficult. I have Smokescreen, the first one.
I got that one too.
And that's insane. That's so hard. And this past weekend, I was at a toy and collectibles show, and I was able to do a trade with a guy and pick myself up a G1 Cup.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. So he's complete. He's got his gun, and I traded a guy something that was about $15, and I gave him another $10 in cash, and got myself a cup here for about $25 worth of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. So stickers are pretty worn, and so I'll end up probably getting a set from Repro Labels, as Yoshi and I know that we can do that now. And the tires on the legs here are metal, and I know that there's a plastic variant. And yeah, he's in really good condition. Everything's really tight on him and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got, except for one other thing. My tube arrived from Alaska.
Oh, your tube.
My tube! So, opening up my tube, let's see here.
It's a family show, Darryl.
Yeah. My print is this one from Livio Ramondelli.
Nice.
It's pretty
Nice.
cool.
Optimus
Pretty cool
Prime.
Yeah. And the sketch that I got done is, of course, like I surmised, a giant middle finger right at me. No, I'm kidding.
That's how I roll.
Jetfire.
Oh, nice.
That's wicked. That is so cool. Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
awesome.
want to ship it, I'll tell you that much.
That's awesome. I love that. Thank you very much, Yoshi.
You're welcome, sir.
So yeah, that ends it for me, I think. Anybody else got anything?
Well, thanks for watching.
We try, Darryl. Sometimes we try. So yeah, Jeremy, you've had a good week this week, haven't you?
Okay week. I got
Look at them all cool and collected.
I got the Collectors Club magazine for June and July. It's got the evolution of the Dinobots on the cover.
Yeah, mine came too.
Yeah. So there's that. And then the day after we recorded the last podcast, where I was complaining about how people had gotten in the mail or gotten an email tracking notices about or shipping notices about their subscription figures. The first one, this was on my doorstep. Well, actually, this was on my doorstep. Whoops. Edit out my address, Darryl. And
It wasn't legible.
okay, good. This guy was in it. Barricade.
That's cool.
Cool.
And he's a remold of the Beast Hunters. Oh crap! What's the guy's name?
Smokescreen?
Smokescreen. Yeah, Beast Hunter Smokescreen. Actually, he's a repaint of the Prowl variant of the Smokescreen toy. And Barricade is originally from the Michael Bay movies, and I mean the paint on this is just awesome. And it's got on the legs, it's too small to read on the camera, but it says to punish and enslave. You've got the police decals on it. It looks awesome. The only real complaints I have are the shoulders are a little loose, but I think the guy's awesome. And he came with this little guy who is actually an Arms Micron toy. So, these were in the Japanese variant of the Prime toys. And this got transformed real quick. It turns into this little robot dude who turns into a buzzsaw, and the blade is it spins really nice. So I think that's awesome that they're throwing in, I think with every couple of them they have a little Arms Micron dude with them.
That's cool.
So I got that, and then I also have gotten the free figure for the Transformers Club, and I know, Charles, you got yours too. The Rampage, or Protoform X. And it's kind of stupid for, I guess, trademark reasons or something. They had to call him on the box Autobot Rampage. or was it Autobot or Maximal?
Maximal, yeah.
Yeah, Maximal Rampage.
Well,
which is
he's technically a Maximal.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at one point.
He was created by the Maximals.
Yeah, but this is a remold of the Transformers Prime Megatron figure. And, I mean, the biggest complaint that people have online is the head is kind of small for the body. They say they had to do that because of the transformation. He has to get through this little hole that is the top of the ship, but that's not that big of a deal to me. And he fits in nicely with my figure from last year, Depth Charge, who in Beast Wars, they were pretty much rivals with each other. So they can fight. So anyway,
Jeremy just played.
That was an accurate simulation of their battles, I imagine.
Yeah.
Well, with mid-90s CGI, that's pretty much. So, the last club figure I had was actually a surprise yesterday. I'm kind of happy we're recording this a day late, because I came home from work, or I came home, I guess it was yesterday, and got this guy who's the second subscription service figure, who's Iron Fist or Physitron, depending on who you want to listen to. And it's a remold of the Fall of Cybertron Swindle. And
Nice.
He actually does still have all the bits for turning into the limb. I guess he can turn into an arm or a leg.
Yep.
So he has little hands in there, whether you want to be a left hand or a right hand, and it's nice. I have from BotCon a couple years ago Iron Fist in animated style, so now I got two Iron Fists. The animated one looks much more friendly. This new one looks like he's seen some battles, and he seems a little bit tougher, but I like him. The paint job on all these subscription service figures is really nice. I'm pretty happy with them. And the last thing, I've had this guy for a while, and he's been missing his little buddy. So I got his little buddy.
Yay!
And Not happy with the vehicle mode because it doesn't really match up with the comics. So I'm not going to leave them in vehicle mode. So they're nice in kind of scale with the comics, and the robot mode is very close to the comics. So I'm happy with that.
Where did you find them?
I found him at Target, I think. Yeah.
Was it the Monroeville Target or the
No,
Waterfront Target?
East Liberty Target.
Ah, okay.
Can't find anything at the Waterfront Target, really. And then the absolute final thing I have, and this is, I made sure to go and pick these up, especially for Yoshi. Got my Age of Extinction tickets. These are reserved seats, so I don't have to wait in line.
You won't have to. Don't worry about it.
Every single showing at my theater is now sold out for those opening few days.
Bullshit. Are you serious?
I am serious. I was lucky to get a 7:45 showing.
Holy
Wow.
So, I got the reserve seating because they're nice plush leather seats, and my wife will be 8 months pregnant at the time. So, in addition to not having to wait in line, I'll probably not have to have a mad wife. So
I take solace in knowing that you will probably be getting up and getting popcorn constantly throughout the entire film.
No.
Don't argue with me.
No. Have you seen the size of the popcorn tubs at the theater?
Well, if your wife can't make it for any reason, Jeremy, just let me know.
All right. Yeah. Or if she just decides that she doesn't want to see another Michael Bay movie and doesn't have to suffer through it for a podcast.
You guys should double date with your wives.
No, my wife refuses to see those.
That's even better. You should just be the third wheel. I guess it's too late since apparently the film got sold out and I don't buy it.
So, anyway, that's all I got. I had a good week.
Did Jeremy actually win one this week?
I think I did.
It's not over yet, Darryl.
What?
You can't win 2 in a row. It's not allowed. You just have to forfeit.
Hasn't Darryl won like 10 in a row or 20 in a row?
Well, I guess, yeah. But you're going to win when you come back from BotCon.
Yeah. We're going to rename this segment. It's going to be Darryl's Toy Chest.
And on that note, we'll move on to
Yoshi.
Business Yoshi.
So, I've talked about Cosmos, right?
I think I remember you saying something about that.
Yes, a magical toy. The first thing I have to show is my new lower third bar, given to me by Jeremy.
We all
That's
got
awesome.
one. Thanks, Jeremy.
Don't
Yeah, but
interrupt
Yoshi's
me.
a special because he actually, requests stuff and replies to emails.
Green.
Kicked ass, it looks awesome. Swell. I'm gonna sneeze. Maybe. I think I got it under control. I have a friend by the name of Casey who lives in Chicago. And he's been having a little bit of fun trying to help me finish off the missing books in my Regeneration 1 collection. And recently he sent me a package of books, and he included in it 2 things. The first one is this little action figure. And
Hey, look at him.
look at this.
Is that Wideload?
Wideload.
That's him.
Throttlebot
Good, 'cause
Wideload.
We'll pretend I knew that name this whole time.
We just read issue 30 of the G1 series.
Shut your face.
Remember the Throttlebots? The
I
Cave
remember the
Cybertron?
fucking Throttlebots. I don't recognize this with what was in the fucking issue. Gee. I'm gonna rage quit this chat. That's
I
what's
just
gonna
think it's
happen.
funny that you had this whole thing worked out with Darryl where You showed him the toy ahead of time, and then Charles is like, "Oh, hey, that's Wideload."
I figured if I was going to lose my Transformers Street cred, at least Darryl could have some sort of sense of accomplishment in it. But you took that away from him, Charles.
I'm sorry. I wasn't privy to that conversation. I didn't know that was planned out ahead of time.
It's all right. All right,
You
we got to work
you
on our
should've let me in
communication
on it.
skills, but we're going to get that shit. Anyways, the rub sign works. This is what it looks like. You pull it back and it goes. It's fucking awesome. It was really nice of him to send that to me.
Cool.
Bam. The other
How's
thing
that Cosmos?
my pal Casey sent me was the IDW Transformers Best of UK Omnibus.
Nice.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So when
So
we get
after
through the...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just after we get through all the G1 stuff, there we go.
And
Ready.
we get to go back through the UK series. We'll need something to talk about, I imagine.
If we're still doing this and we still like each other after.
Yeah, fuck. We're on a great track with that right now. So, what did you bring, Charles, that I will try not to...
Charles.
Charles.
All right. Well, I'm also glad that we started a little late because I got a package today too. From
Stay seated. We don't need to... Oh.
Hey!
someone named the Cybertronian Beast sent me something in the mail. So, yeah, cool. So Darryl was very generous and got me a Trax reissue. Thanks, Darryl. Actually, he sent this to me so I could get it signed by Mr. Michael McConaughey at BotCon. And he has helpfully put a post-it note sign here, so I will
So,
make sure to do that.
Make sure he signs the post-it note and not the box.
So thank you for that, Darryl.
Yes.
Well, no, you should thank me, I guess.
Yeah, seriously. He gave you a chore.
Yes,
But
thank
actually-
you.
But actually, there was a surprise in the box that I wasn't expecting, and that is Orion Pax, Generations Deluxe Orion Pax.
Did you
So-
try pulling it back and seeing the Transformers?
So this is actually a gift from Darryl. So thank you, Darryl. I appreciate that. It's cool.
He didn't give you the comic that came with it? Oh, wait.
It's not in French. You couldn't get it past the border.
He also, this is not Transformers related, but he also sent me Homer, the car made for Homer.
Oh.
That's nice. And also some of these little sticker treats. Valentine. So I am Darryl's Valentine
Yay.
this year.
I don't know what else I was going to do with those things. So you guys are all getting some.
You get a sticker free. You get a sticker free.
So I also got the oops, here he goes. The subscription, or not the Collectors Club figure Rampage. Just for comparison, so my brother was collecting Beast Wars for a while, and he has the original Rampage, so you can tell.
Slightly size difference.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, the original Rampage has got a giant back kibble with the actual claws for the crab mode. But it's funny, he actually has a tank mode, and there's actually some rubber tank treads inside the claws of the figure. But yeah, you can tell I don't know if you can tell in the video, but the head for the TFCC figure is pretty similar to the head for the Rampage. So there you go. So, and the last thing, so currently I am at BotCon right now as this video goes up.
How is it?
It's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome, yeah. They're showing me a good time there.
At this point in the convention, how many people would you say you've involuntarily hugged?
No, it's never involuntary. It's always voluntary. So
Once they see you, they can't do that.
they can't resist.
How many people that you've hugged have you regretted because they haven't showered?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh yeah. I'll give you a tally the next episode I'm back from BotCon. Uh, but yeah, so we got some business cards made. So thanks to Jeremy for the kick-ass design, and I think Yoshi and Darryl also contributed ideas. So we got them made.
Nice.
So I will be handing these out at BotCon. So if you want a card, I'll be happy to give them out.
He's only charging $5 for an autograph too.
Yeah.
If you give him a hug, he'll do it for free.
That's right. So.
Those are fancy.
So that's all.
Cool.
All right. Thanks for watching our trips to the store. If you like this, you should check out the rest of our podcast. We'll have links down below in the show description. We have a pretty good audio podcast. It's at our website, www.transmissionspodcast.com. This week we also had John Barber on, the editor at IDW of all the Transformers comics, so you should check that out. It should be available on our website for your listening pleasure. If you're curious about Transformers comics and what's going on there and what his process is for writing, we got all the details for you. So you should check that out. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Lates.